So apparently YouTube has changed some things. VTuber did a video on it, so we're gonna play that and see what we can get from that. I need to get myself positioned in jungle so I don't die first. Okay, here we go. Boom, there it is.
YouTube is changing how views work on the website. Starting August 24th, views will count the moment a video begins to play with no minimum watch time across all formats. So VOD, Shorts, and Live. We're standardizing views to reflect creators' true exposure across YouTube.
Oh, no, that is very distracting. It didn't occur to me how distracting lyrics would be at that point. Jesus. Okay. So kind of a good and bad thing. Let's see.
To brand partners. This update won't impact creator earnings or YPP eligibility. This is a huge change. So this is the first time in a very long time that YouTube is actually changing the way the views work across the platform. Before, from the way I understand it, you actually would have to watch a YouTube video for at least 30 seconds, depending on how long the video is. So for example, if a video is under 30 seconds long, you would have to watch the entire video for it to count as a view. But if it is over 30 seconds long, as long as you watch 30 seconds of the video, then it counts as a view. YouTube is now changing that. YouTube is now changing it to where all views work like how it works on YouTube Shorts, whereas if you click on a YouTube Short and if it even plays for 1 second, that immediately counts as a view. Now, YouTube Shorts does have different metrics for actual views and engaged views, which is what YouTube is going to be doing differently, but from now on, everybody's view numbers are going to be shooting up way high in the sky because views are now going to be a lot easier to get. So the moment a video begins to play from the very first frame, this standard will now apply globally.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, on the one hand, that does mean that there's a scenario where it helps. Let's go over that scenario real quick. The scenario that it helps in is the one where YouTube was already having to try really hard. The scenario that it helps in is the one where, in the YouTube that we find ourselves in right now, if you can't grab somebody's attention in the first bit, it doesn't even count as a YouTube view, which is really, really frustrating if you're, say, a long-form content creator and you don't want to have that, like, super generic opening to every video. Also, how's it going, Chaotic Entity Comics? I've seen a fuck ton of your artwork lately, and that's been really fucking cool. Speaking of artwork, we're going to be doing the fan art contest today. I forgot to mention that live. I'm very dumb, but, you know. Anyway, so yeah, it definitely helps get the numbers there because people will watch videos more often when they have a semi-significant amount of views first. So this will help a little bit in that regard. Now, whether that is something that matters in the long run, I don't know, but it might help a little bit getting those views on those kinds of videos where you're not necessarily grabbing people's attention in the first 5 seconds because you're talking to your favorite YouTube audience and doing that fucking shit. It's exhausting even to, like, pretend that I'm doing something like that. So I'm good never doing that. Anyways, let's continue.
Across all formats, so it does not matter what type of video it is, shorts, live streams, or long-form videos. Historically, we've used multiple view counting systems across different formats. However, we've heard that creators want to eliminate this metric confusion.
Jassa says AI slop. That is the other side of this that is a little frustrating because, like, if I see a video and I see that it's AI, I click off immediately. And I don't want that person's video... getting a view. I don't. I want that person, whomever they are, I want that person punished for using fucking AI slop. I don't think you should use AI slop in your fucking creative shit on YouTube. Don't use it for your script. Don't use it for your graphics. Don't use it for your thumbnail. Don't use it for your assets. Don't use it for any of that fucking shit. Okay? Like, it feels like you're taking the most human part of existence and just deleting it. Like, humans being creative and humans having access to art is one of the things that is very unique for our species that we should celebrate. And yet we have people going like, now, what if the robots did it? Wouldn't that make culture better? Like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't fucking do that. So Daxa says, that reminds me I need to draw some stuff. Now, I am very, very frustrated. I'm frustrated with the state of YouTube being one where, like, it is possible to get yourself higher in the algorithm using AI slop. At the same time, when I see people using AI thumbnails, I know that for me, that is the signifier that that video is not worth watching. Because if it wasn't worth it for you to make an actual thumbnail for the video, right? Even a screenshot from the video, that tells me that you weren't confident in your video. You weren't. You can't have been. Because even a screenshot from inside the video shows more confidence in that work than anything else. Like the screenshot alone. All right, let's continue.
And accurately understand their true exposure, which is why we're making this update. Oh, so you care what the community thinks, right? Okay, well, why don't you guys bring back dislikes and get rid of the age verification update? I don't think that's going to happen, though. But yeah, the impact on YouTube analytics and performance metrics will keep the original view metric called, quote, engaged views in YouTube analytics advanced mode so creators can see how many viewers choose to continue watching their video. So basically the engaged views are going to be what the actual views used to be prior to August 24th.
That's okay.
And this is how we can go ahead and calculate our ad revenue, because YouTubers who are, making money off the platform.
Said, can you turn them up a little bit? Sure.
You are actually able to calculate how much money you're going to be able to make by the end of the month based on how many views you're getting per day. But now you're going to have to go look at engaged views instead. But anyways, the impact on monetization, this change will not impact creators' earnings or how they become eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. Creator earnings will continue to be based on engaged shorts views and engaged watch hours, which you can view in YouTube Analytics Advanced mode. There is no change to YPP eligibility. YPP entry requirements will also now be referred to as qualified shorts views and qualified watch hour. Before, it was referred to as valid public shorts views and valid public watch hours. So from August 24th onwards, you will start to see the new view metric applied wherever views are shown on YouTube, which means...
Peltor says, so this is just a way... Okay. That was silly. Thanks, Leeson. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, this will inflate those views. And like I said, there's a positive and a negative to this, right? Like, on the positive side of this, you have the fact that this will invariably make it harder on some creators when they're dealing with AI. Because, again, I feel like enough people click away from AI the minute that they know that AI is coming in the video, that this will mean that that view is counted for the end user. At the same time, like I said earlier, if you are a creator who doesn't begin every single video with like a giant engagement bait, this will help you a lot too. So would number go up, make it pushed more on the algorithm? I don't know. So the thing about YouTube's algorithm is it is a bit of a black box. Even YouTube, like YouTube will not tell us what their algorithm favors. And they do that deliberately. They do that to make sure that nobody can game the algorithm. Because the person who's going to be able to game the algorithm best is going to be the person who is going to be relying on like really, really skeezy, scummy tactics. That person is going to have the easiest time gaming the algorithm compared to literally anybody else. So I kind of agree with it. At the same time, the other part of that argument is the fact that I don't like having a job where the rules for success are very, very not clearly defined, right? Like, there's no way to tell that you are going to have a successful YouTube video generally. Like, there are people who have, like, immaculately made video essays that have, like, 300 views, right? Paletor says YouTube themselves barely understand the algorithm. Yeah, that's why I said it's a bit of a black box. At least for our experience. For our experience, it's functionally a black box. Yeah. There's also the problem of not knowing the rules also means it's super common for shit just to go horribly wrong and you'll have zero information as to why. Yup. And having no information as to why things go horribly awry, it sucks. You know that whole, like, content creator X fell off, and sometimes you have no, like, you have no idea why that happened, and the only people who seem to understand it are, like, random-ass video essayists who make videos entitled The Downfall of something. Sunset Shimmer, thank you for the follow. Also, wait, is that the fucking pony? Is that the fucking pony? Because, like, if so, congratulations, you are naming yourself after the best one, but still... Said shit, she got out. Helios, thank you for redeeming your points for an owl. I appreciate it. If I'm remembering right, Sunset Shimmer's the one from the movie, yeah?
creators will likely see their total view counts increase faster moving forward. You would see a huge view count increase across YouTube after this update gets implemented. For example, even though I suck as a YouTuber, my last video somehow did pretty well for me, 73,000 views in 22 hours. Now, with YouTube's new metric where if anybody clicks on the video and it plays for even 1 second, this view count would have been a lot higher. It would be over 100,000 views in 22 hours. That is why YouTube Shorts are able to get way more views than actual long form videos, because that is how it currently works on YouTube Shorts. The second a YouTube Short plays, it counts as a view. Now that is being applied to every single format across the website. So I can see a few good things with this, but mostly bad things with this. Now, the good thing would be is your exposure to sponsorships. For those of you guys that don't know, YouTubers are actually able to contact sponsors, I believe, directly on the platform through YouTube's new Brand Connect thing. And obviously, if you're getting way more views overall, brands and sponsors are much more likely to work with you because your viewer count is overall higher, so they'll see more earning potential. I know actual YouTube viewers are going to be upset with that because I know you guys don't want to see more sponsorships in the videos.
Man, I hate to tell you this, though. Like, I want to care that YouTube viewers have a worse experience when there are sponsorships. I can't care because YouTube keeps paying less and less and less and less and making it harder to survive on the platform, incentivizing you to get sponsorships faster and faster and faster. So, like, is it worse to have a YouTube video that has a 1-minute sponsorship read? Yes. Can I spare spoons for that? No, I can't. I can't. Also, yeah, there's things you can use that will let you skip sponsored ads
that you watch. Even myself as a viewer, I can admit seeing too many sponsorships on a YouTube video can be really annoying. But remember that some people are really relying on sponsorships to survive on YouTube. Keep in mind that YouTube is constantly demonetizing, flagging, copyright striking, community guideline striking, and is completely banning YouTubers all across the platform. Ad revenue is becoming increasingly harder to rely on, especially when YouTube is increasing the requirements for the YouTube Partner Program. So I don't blame people who are doing sponsorships. Obviously, if there's YouTubers out there, 20, 30 million subscribers, getting millions of views per video, doing a sponsorship every single video, obviously that can be annoying. But for the most part, smaller YouTubers doing sponsorship.
I mean, yes, but also you don't know the sponsorship, you don't know the monetization status of that channel. Like, a giant channel likely is doing very well, but there's no real way to guarantee that. Also, I'm fairly certain that I'm just slower than Timo. Yeah, I'm just slower than Timo. No, I'm not slower anymore. Said, and now a word from Ground News.
Sponsorships, in my opinion, is not that big of a deal. Obviously, you guys know, you guys have watched my videos. I hardly ever do sponsorships, but that's just more like a personal choice. But, you know, for other people doing sponsorships, this will be a very good change for them because their overall view count will be a lot higher. Now, in terms of the bad, right? So there's a few things, right? First of all, you are no longer going to be able to calculate how much a YouTuber makes off of their view count. So for example, you could actually right now, with engaged views being the actual view count that shows up on YouTube, you could actually calculate how much money a YouTuber makes through their view numbers. For those of you guys that don't know, YouTubers get paid differently based on the genre of their content. So for example, myself as a commentary YouTuber, I hate the commentary genre, but that's technically what I am, right? I actually get paid way less than like an automotive YouTuber or a tech YouTuber. Their RPM, meaning how much money they make per 1,000 views, is actually a lot higher than me. So you guys can actually take my view count. You guys can take how many ad slots I put in the video, which for myself, I just leave it up to YouTube. I never change any of that. And based on the genre that I am a part of and the viewership, you guys can actually calculate how much money I make every month. That's something that doesn't bother me at all. It's cool if people want to try to calculate that type of information, but now because of you,
I mean, I've straight up showed you guys that information. Like, I'm gonna be honest, because I survive primarily off of Patreon, I don't ever feel bad showing you guys what I make off of YouTube and Twitch, because I need the people who are basically sponsoring me on Patreon to feel confident that that money needed to go where it was going to go. Like, you can see how far away from a living wage I am at any given point on YouTube. If somebody asks me, hey, can you bring up your YouTube analytics? I just will. If somebody asks me, hey, can you bring up your Twitch analytics? I just will. And I know that, man, I've heard from other creators that apparently that's like a violation of TOS or some shit. I quite frankly can't care. Like, it feels like one of those weird things that I can't fathom being a violation. right? Maybe it's the part of me that is like ridiculously pro-union and thinks that people sharing their paychecks is one of the ways that we can guarantee everybody gets a living wage, but, you know, hiding your wage only benefits those that hold the purse strings. Correct.
Counts are going to be changing to having the view count be anybody who clicks on a video and plays it. Now you guys are not going to actually be able to calculate that type of revenue anymore, because now you're never going to be able to see the engaged view count that a video has unless we show it to you guys in our YouTube analytics. So for the people out there, you know, like the stats YouTubers and the people who calculate that type of stuff, I mean, obviously that'll be a little bit of a blow. You're not actually going to be able to see the...
I mean, that means that Social Blade's going to be a lot less accurate after this, which is unfortunate. Like, that is really unfortunate, but...
the engaged view count for a YouTube channel anymore. Another thing that'll be a little annoying is not everybody is going to be seeing that YouTube has made this update, right? So a lot of people are not going to be able to see that the engaged views are now how you calculate your revenue in the engaged watch hours, as opposed to the old views, how it used to work. So for example, there will be a ton of YouTubers next week that are going to get super excited. They're going to be like, oh my God, my view count is so much higher. I finally made it on YouTube. Everything is going good for me now. And they're going to...
yeah, no, that's definitely something. If you aren't, so like, if you don't know that this change is happening and you aren't already somebody who's, quote, made it on YouTube, that is evidence that you aren't at the moment going to be making it on YouTube, because you aren't paying enough attention to the things that are going on the platform that you are supposedly trying to master.
Realize that it's actually just because YouTube changed how the view metrics work, and you know, they're going to expect that they're going to make more money based on the view count being a lot higher, but they're going to be sorely disappointed because, once again, not everybody sees every single update that YouTube makes. For example, YouTube just broke this news right now, August 17th, 2026, 9:02 a.m. PST. Not everybody follows Team YouTube on Twitter. Not everybody's going to watch this video that I'm making. Not everybody's even going to know about this change until maybe weeks, months, possibly even years later, right? So it is...
yeah, no, and that's that. On the one hand, yes, that is a problem. But on the other hand, the people who are going to be affected by that, who are going to get super excited because their view counts go up, and they don't realize that that's just a consistent thing across the entire platform, that they just happen to be a part of, they already weren't going to be, quote, making it on YouTube at that point anyway, because they weren't paying attention to how the platform operates. But again, at the same time, I do understand the argument that it feels bad to know that somebody could get so excited that their channel is performing better, when the reality is their channel actually isn't performing any better at all. They're just getting floated up artificially the same way everybody else is. But at the same time, maybe there's an argument that just like the little bit of dopamine might incentivize them to perform better on their channel. Man, at the same time, other flip side, there's also the secondary, or I guess at this point, tertiary argument that same person will now probably start developing bad content creator habits, because in their mind, their previous content creator habits are fine and good. Cinder, thank you for redeeming your points for an you fucking degen.
Is actually going to have like a negative impact on their mindset in terms of YouTube, because they're going to see that view count go up and they're not going to see the revenue go up. YouTube really needs to make sure that this update is clear. Honestly, I feel like YouTube should be putting all of their main updates on their homepage somewhere. I don't know why websites and even video games don't do this. If you are making a huge update to your website, platform, game, or whatever, you should put a little section for updates on the homepage, whether it's on the top left, top right, whatever. That way people can actually see the major changes you are making to your platform. Now, this is how views used to work on YouTube in terms of like minimum watch time, repeat watching, stuff like that. And I want to see how some of these metrics are going to change. So for example, YouTube themselves said, if you click on a YouTube video and it plays, that counts as a view. So my question is, you know, obviously you can hover over a video and see a YouTube preview. Does this count as a view? I'm going to assume that it does, because it technically, the video is playing and technically you're watching the video, right? So I imagine this would count as a view as a part of YouTube's new view system. Now, another question is this going to change how repeat watching works? So the way I understand it and the way this website is describing it is it usually counts up to 4 to 5 views if you repeat watch a video per person per 24 hours, right? Now,
that's interesting. Okay, so does that mean that if you guys like see any video of mine and you just start repeat watching it, like it just actively helps me way more, but the limit is 5? Man, that'd be cool. Sure, why not?
Now, is that going to increase, decrease, or stay the same? That would also...
Yeah, dude, Alpha Mario, thank you for being on the right side of history this time. I'll
will be something I would like to know as well. And also another thing when it comes to sponsorships and brands, maybe they will see this video view system that YouTube is now doing, and instead of asking you for your actual normal
Melody, fuck off! Oh, God fucking, why did I give you guys access to that again? God, shit!
channel views, maybe they'll start asking you for your engaged views. For example, YouTube openly admits that this will be great for you guys when you guys are working with brands and sponsorships, because now you have more views. Now more views, then brands and sponsorships are more likely to work with you. Yippee, right?
I mean, maybe if the brands and sponsorships are privy to this, maybe not.
Well, what if the brands and sponsorships aren't dumb and they're like, well, actually, now we know that YouTube changed how the view count works. So instead of actually looking at your view count that shows next to your video, go ahead and go into your analytics and send us your engaged views, and then we'll decide whether we're going to sponsor you or not. That's another aspect to this whole thing that YouTube is talking about. And also remember that YouTube changed the partner program to where now you have to have 8,000 hours of watch time to get monetized on the YouTube partner program for long form videos. You have to have 20 million shorts views to get monetized as a part of the YouTube partner program. They are making it actually a lot harder to earn money.
Again, like I said before, the last time I covered this, I do think that there's not a whole lot of material difference between a channel that makes one of those types of numbers and the other of those types of numbers when it comes to the long form stuff. So, Alpha, thank you for redeeming your points for an wow.
Money overall as opposed to easier. I know they're trying to say, or people have been arguing in favor of YouTube saying, oh, they're doing this just to get rid of the AI slop and to get rid of all the AI.
No, they're not.
On YouTube. Well, first of all, stop making AI.
YouTube's not gonna try to get rid of AI slop. Absolutely fucking not. They make too much money off of it. They make too much money off of AI slop being on here. At least I think. I don't know. I don't know, actually. Maybe YouTube actually hemorrhages money because of AI. I would hope so, but yeah, who knows?
Updates then YouTube, which encourages people to keep making AI slop. And secondly, why not make those watch hour requirements to 8,000 hours of watch time? Why not make that only apply to AI channels then? Why make it apply uniform all across the platform, which makes it harder for everybody to make money on YouTube if they're not part of the partner program? I just feel like there's so much better decisions that YouTube can make overall, but honestly, I know a lot of people are going to be happy about this specific update because, again, maybe YouTube is right. Maybe you can work with brands and sponsorships easier, and also everybody likes to see their view count go up, right? I mean, remember, everybody's view count is going to go up dramatically after August 24th. If a view counts from somebody just clicking on a video and the video playing, man, everybody's view counts are going to skyrocket. I'm already thinking about Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is getting like almost 100 million engaged video views per video, and he's only getting that in a few months or so. I would imagine that his
Bagozi, thank you for giving me your points for an owl.
View count, the number displayed over here after this new update is going to skyrocket to maybe 150 million, almost 200 million based on YouTube's new view system. But yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. YouTube just completely changed how views work, and this is actually one of the most impactful updates the website has ever made. Please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more. See ya.
I mean, okay, I don't need the video that's coming up right now. But okay, yeah, no, I get it. It's a major change, and it's going to change how we, as YouTubers, engage with the platform a little bit. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know how much it's actually going to change. I feel like it's not going to help with brand sponsorships. So right now, brand sponsorships already ask for a media package, right? And a media package is a put together thing that shows all of your analytics down to the race of the people who watch you in demographics. But they get very, very nitty gritty with what they ask. And luckily, we have access to all of the information right there in YouTube Studio. So it's not that big a deal to get access to it. But they do ask for it. They don't just look at your channel and go, it's big, and then that's it. Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, I'm not saying that last part, Sylvie Snow, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.